we have example 7. So the graph of the function is shown here. So here's the graph of the function, okay? And we're going to use it to state the values, if they exist, of the following function. So let's take a look at A, okay? This states that what is the limit as x approaches 2 from the left of the function g of x? So here is the function g of x, okay? And we're approaching the value of 2 from the left. So as we approach the value of 2 from the left, okay, this function is on the left-hand side. And as we approach it from the left, then the output up here is the value of 3, again, as we're approaching it from the left. So that equals 3. Okay, now, if we take a look at the second one, which is B, we want to figure out, okay, what is the limit as x approaches 2 from the right of that function? So as we're approaching 2 from the right, you see this function here. As this function approaches 2 from the right, well, then the output here is what number? It's equal to 1. Okay, so now, as the limit approaches x is approaching 2 of the function g of x. Now, because these two limits do not equal the same number, then we would say that this limit does not exist from our previous definition. Okay, now let's take a look at part D. As the limit approaches 5, from the left. So here, as the limit of this function is approaching 5 from the left. So here's the function, starts here and it's approaching 5. Then this number here is approaching what number? Well, the output here is 2. Now, this part E is asking us, okay, what happens when the limit of this function is approaching 5 from the right? Well, on the function, it's again approaching the value of what? 2. So in this scenario, when we're trying to find a limit as x approaches 5 now of that function, well, because it approaches 2 from the left of 5 and approaching 2 from the right of 5, then we would say that this limit actually approaches 2 because it satisfies that definition. Okay, and again, despite the fact, regardless that g of 5 is actually equal to 2. Remember, we go back to that one statement, that but that we said, it can equal a number, but it's actually approaching this value of 2.